Hey guys, welcome to Speak with Dre. My name is Andre. I'm a certified relationship and marriage counselor, an infidelity recovery specialist, and a well-being coach. Now, what is Speak with Dre all about? Speak with Dre is a counseling outfit whereby we help people through difficult situations in their relationships or marriage, be it before, during, or after. Um, so, there are things one should know when getting into a relationship or a marriage. And we help shed light on the gray areas so we can help you have the best type of marriage that you want. And yes, you can actually have the best type of marriage or relationship that you want, but you need to put in the work. Now, that is where most people fall short. And we live in an environment now whereby there are a lot of things running around on social media, some legit and some not, thereby complicating things for people. You see, marriage in itself is a beautiful thing. Now, it's just the people in the marriage that complicate the marriage, which basically means they didn't put in the work before they got married. They didn't have those difficult conversations that you're meant to have before getting involved with someone or getting into a relationship with someone. You see, people just jump into a relationship nowadays based on what they see, attraction, tall, dark, and handsome, old, curvy, light skin, dark skin, has an accent. Um, those are not the basis for a relationship. Okay, there are a lot of things to look at. Is the person mentally sound? Is your normal? You see, those are things to always look into. Have intelligent conversations with this person. What are their dreams, goals, aspirations? What are their values? Who are they submitted to spiritually? These are things that help you have the kind of marriage you want or deserve. So yeah, basically, Speak with Dre is here to shed light on situations, so you can see clearly, make better decisions, from an informed point of view. Yeah. So this is season one, episode one of Speak with Dre. Um, so in general, today I'm just going to be running through a few, things nitty gritty from how to have the best marriages, what marriage is about, what red flags are in marriages. So yeah, basically that. So like I said, we shed light on the gray areas. So what are the gray areas? So I was on TV 2 days ago or 3 days ago, was it? And there was an interesting topic that was discussed. And I'm kind of going off board of what I planned to do, but anyways, as the spirit is. So the topic was about DNA testing. Um, if the government should enforce DNA testing, um, as much as that conversation is it's a very complicated conversation, but this conversation or that the ideology behind enforcing it is coming from an emotional standpoint. And yes, I understand how that is. Having to grow up 20, 30 years of your life only to find out that the father that fathered you is not actually your biological father. And the painful thing about it is your mother was aware of this, but she kept it from you. Hence why the fertility fraud that it's been bounced around now. It is not a good thing that a woman should take someone else's child and enforce it on you without you knowing, and because you trust whoever it is you married, you take what they have said at heart, and you just run with it. It's your child, it's your child. There's no reason for you to doubt. Now, herein lies the problem. You see, if you go through premarital counseling, you would find out certain things. Now on the show, a lot of emotions were flying left and right, and I clearly understood that. But you see, when the government enforces such things, it takes away the rights of the human being. That's a violation of human rights. Just as I said on the show, it should be a thing discussed by both spouse, man and woman. Have a discussion about it. If this is the route we want to plow, then we should, and if it's not, then fine. A lot of ladies said yes, they don't have a problem with it being enforced, but then again, they have just taken away your rights to choice of what you want. And now, to actually nip this in the bud, let's go back to the very beginning. The truth is, anyone who's promiscuous, you met being promiscuous while you guys were dating, will continue to be promiscuous after you guys get married. Now, the only way that is stopped is if you go through counseling, which means that person is healed from cheating. You get me? They are serial cheaters, really. A lot of different infidelity situations, which I'm not going to get into. But the truth is, if you actually want to stop maternity fraud, then marry right. I did say that on the show, but there was really no time to really elaborate what that means. And what I'm talking about is, the truth is, you meet a lady or a man, and all through when you guys were dating, he or she was cheating, and you feel that when you give her your last name, or when you guys are married, that will change. That's impossible. It's not going to change if that person doesn't take the necessary steps to actually turn that around. Because whether you like it or not, for some people it's an addiction. Cheating, yes, sounds weird, but yes, cheating is also an addiction. It's weird to hear, but it is what it is. So that needs to be nipped, and to nip that, you need to go through some form of counseling, whereby first the offender admits that they have a problem. It's only when you admit you have a problem, that's the first step before you can actually solve it. So we now try to get down to the nitty-gritty, how it started, why it started, and the spirit or mind behind it, and then proper process can be taken, and that is the only time that will change. So to curb it up, first, enforcing DNA test. I'm not in support of it because it just takes away the rights of the human being. So people should be accountable for their actions. So why don't we marry right in the first place? Why don't you do your due diligence instead of crying wolf when the situation happens, right? You see, there are things one should do before marriage, which a lot of people don't do. You see, most people pay more attention to the wedding, not the marriage. They spend billions and millions of naira and dollars on the marriage, on the wedding, but nothing on the marriage. No investment into a future with this person, and that in itself is flawed. We have premarital counseling. That's what that is for. It's to help you understand situations. You see, dealing with situations before they escalate is the best thing, the best way to go, instead of trying to deal with it when it has happened. At that point, it's just consequences, and now everyone is involved and is hurt one way or the other. And let's not forget, yes, like the co-host said on the show, that the child too is involved in this. So why don't we do better? That's a question everyone needs to ask themselves. Why don't we do better? Don't you think if you went through premarital counseling, right, and all these issues were addressed at that point, it will not get to where we are today. And that is the truth. Whether we like it or not, you enforce DNA testing doesn't stop people from, doing what they do or being who they are. But when you deal with the problem itself, which is the infidelity in marriage, when you deal with that stops every other thing, right? Yeah, it stops every other thing. So guys, and that would, during this process of this series, you will find out a lot of things. See, when you're dating, there are things like red flags, there are boundaries, there are values that people stand by. There's communication, there's effective communication. There's a lot of things that one needs to go through, and you can only do that with the help of a counselor or a therapist. Okay, so now these things are, you see, most people, and this is the truth, most people see these situations that happen. It was happening even while they were dating. Most people ignore it. Most people see it as, well, it's really nothing, until the nothing becomes something. Yes, I said it, until the nothing becomes something. A lot of people, you see, the attributes you love most about your partner, sometimes when you are dating, becomes the problem when you get married, because that person does not want to grow. And there's a difference in change and growth. Change is inevitable, but you see, when you grow, you eventually do change in a lot of aspects of your life. And so again, the best way is not to enforce DNA testing, no. It's to nip it in the bud, and that's from the very beginning. I think instead it should be mandatory that everyone sees a counselor or therapist. This way, these situations will not occur. Okay? Yeah, that's my time. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Again, my name is Andre with Speak with Dre, a certified relationship and marriage counselor, an infidelity recovery specialist, and a well-being coach. All right, I'm here to help you navigate love and have the relationship or marriage that you want. But then again, you need to put in the work. Are you ready to put in the work? If yes, then follow me on this journey. Have a good one.